So Ashtanga practice this morning. Those of you that were there yesterday, well done for getting here 2 days in a row. As you know, it's a daily practice and you really start to notice the difference massively. You know, especially when we maybe have done just like, say, the one session a week prior to that when we were just coming to classes. So if you're doing a daily practice, or at least even 2 or 3 times a week, massive difference. So great. All right. So let's stand in Tadasana. So that is bringing those feet together, big toes. Maybe lift the toes up to start with, and then spread them back down so that you feel that you're really trying to spread out and create this wide base into the floor. Thighs are on. And bandhas are on, root lock, mula bandha, and abdominal lock, uddiyana bandha. Okay. Hands come up to prayer if you like, and ujjayi breath, most important part of our practice. So close the eyes if you want and breathe through the nose, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. Feeling that breath deep and wide into your ribs. Feeling long in the spine, crown of the head stretching up to the ceiling. Rib cage expanding on the in-breath, abdominals drawing in on the out-breath. So take a big stretch up to the ceiling, following your thumbs, and then fold it down. Soften the knees where you need for your first forward bend of the day. Maybe look up, inhale, flatten the hands, step it back. So look forwards, come down chaturanga, elbows tucked to ribs. In breath, tops of your feet. First back bend, open up, tuck the toes, and into down. So we are feeling our way into practice this morning. Maybe start pedaling those heels up and down. Feet should be hip distance apart. They are aligned with the side of your mat. Your hands shoulder distance apart. Wrists align with the front of the mat. Draw your belly in. Breathe and bring your feet back to your hands. Now look up, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend, and then inhale, reach it up. We'll come back to Tadasana. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumbs, exhale, pull the belly in. Take your hands down either side of your feet, tuck your head, look up, inhale. Flatten those hands, step it back. Look forwards, come down, chaturanga, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, tuck your toes, and into down. So, set the hands up, shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide. And then we're into down dog. Breathe. So, open the shoulders nice and wide by stretching that mat sideways. Push the floor away, lengthen through the spine, all the way down through the back of your body. And then bring those feet back to your hands, stepping or jumping. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, folding. And then inhale, reach it up. From here, exhale and fold again, Uttanasana. Straight away, tuck the head. Inhale, lifting the chest, flatten those hands, step or jump. Look forward as you come down, chaturanga, elbows to ribs, in breath to your up dog, thighs are on, open up, tuck the toes to down. So that ujjayi breath is number 1, okay? So all the time, find your breath. Every breath, trying to get a little bit deeper into your down dog. We are never stationary, we're always trying to find that edge. Bring those feet back to your hands and look up, inhale. Exhale, folding again, tuck the head and inhale, reach the arms up. Follow your thumbs. And then exhale, fold again, draw the abdominals deep, tuck the head to lift the sit bones high, look up, inhale. Flatten those hands, step it back. From your high plank, strong and long, come down to low. Your gaze is forwards. Inhale to up dog. chest lifts, and into down. So find that down dog again. Drawing the belly in, lifting the hips high, stretching your mat sideways. Look up, bring those feet back to your hands, and inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. This time, bend your knees as you come up to Utkatasana. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, straight away, fold down, Uttanasana. Inhale, chest lifts, flatten hands. You can step or jump. Look forwards, come down, Chaturanga. Elbows to ribs, in breath. Up dog, thighs are on. Into your back bend and into down. We're going to pivot your left foot and step your right foot to come to Virabhadrasana on one inhale. Reach up, follow those thumbs, come back down, keep the gaze forwards, neck aligned with spine, lower down, Chaturanga. Can you hover off the floor before you transition to up dog? Exhale to down dog. Pivot your right foot, step your left foot. So that knee of the front foot above the ankle, no further. Reach up, come back, high plank. Elbows tucked, in breath, chest lifts, and into down. So our gaze is through to the back of the mat, or maybe further, to your knees or your navel. There's no tension in the face. You're long in the spine, broad in the shoulders, and you're sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then you bring your feet back, stepping or jumping. Look up, inhale. Exhale, folding again. And then bend the knees for fierce warrior. Inhale. And exhale, stand tall and straight away fold down. Uttanasana. Tuck the head, inhale, lift the chest. Flatten those hands, step or jump. Look forward, Chaturanga, elbows to ribs. In breath, up dog, exhale, down. This time, let's step the right foot forwards with the left heel up. Now take the right hand up to the ceiling. Open up. Stay with your breath. Bring the right hand down inside of your right foot. Pivot your leg. Take your left hand up now. And open up. Come back. As you bring the right foot back, you lift it off the floor and find that position. Stabilize before lowering Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Now step the left foot, but keep the right heel up. Take the left hand to the ceiling and open up. Breathe. Take the left hand inside of your left foot, pivot your right, take your right hand up and open up. Bring both hands down. If you want, lift this left leg up, try and hold it. Lower to the floor, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up and exhale to down. So draw the abdominals deep. Stretch the mat sideways to open the shoulders so you're broad across that upper back. And you're long through your spine. All of this with bandhas. Breath number one. Look up, bring those feet to your hands, stepping or jumping. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold it. Bend those knees. We're going to do one more round. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Flatten those hands, step or jump. Come down, Chaturanga, elbows to ribs, in breath, lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. This time, let's step your right foot to the outside of your right hand if you can. So maybe bring the right hand a little bit further in. So lift the chest. Now, walk the hands forwards a little bit further and try dropping the elbows down towards the floor. So you're going to get more of a deeper stretch into the hips, into the hamstring attachments. Breathe. Come out of this by lifting the leg and going to down dog. Lift, 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 lift. Bring that foot down. Come to high plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot to the outside of this left hand. So bring the left hand in a little bit for your mat. Stretch the right leg away, heel is up, lift the chest. Take the hands forwards a bit on the mat. Try dropping the elbows down towards the floor. Maybe you can get them down. Breathe. Bring the hands back and then lift up to a down dog, one leg. Then both feet down. High plank, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale up. And exhale down. So you're in your down dog. And you're long through the spine, broad across the shoulders. Body is now hopefully feeling more ready. Step or jump, feet to your hands. Inhale, look up, exhale, folding. Bend your knees for Utkatasana. And then exhale, Tadasana. And then hands on hips. Step or jump your feet hip distance apart. Inhale to look up, bandhas on, little back bend if you want. And then fold it down. First two fingers to reach for big toes. Look up on the in-breath. And then exhale, fold. So as you do that, tuck the head, maybe shape the head, releasing the neck. Find that position where you pull on toes, press on top of fingers. You flex through the elbows. You keep that connection from the floor and then up into the upper body, thinking strength before we think length. Look up, inhale, take the hands underneath the feet. Inhale, chest lifts, exhale, press on top of those hands for Padahastasana, releasing those wrists from Surya Namaskara, deepening the stretch into the back of your body. Deep and wide breaths into ribs, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. Look up, inhale, bandhas, exhale, inhale, come up. Step or jump, feet back together, step it out. Tuck your left foot, turn your right. Reach long with this right arm for Trikonasana. Take it down your leg or take it to your foot. And open up. Don't compromise your posture to get the hand down. Okay, so keep drawing the left side of the body up. Gaze up to your outstretched hand. Awareness of not straining through the neck. So find that position for you. Breathe into ribs and then come up. Tuck your right foot, turn your left. Reach long with this left arm. And reach high with your right. So your left hand can go down the leg, the ankle, the foot, the big toe, any of those. Again, like I said, don't stick the hips out to the back. Stretch, fingers away, find your edge, breathe, come up. We do a rotated triangle. So step out a little bit so that the feet are not in line. Send the left hand towards the floor. If you can make it, it goes to the floor, pressing down on the outside of the right foot. If not, it wraps around your leg or ankle. Your right hand then goes to the ceiling. And then you stretch those arms apart. That wingspan stretching in this rotated triangle. And then we come up and we turn around. Set yourself up. Make sure that you are balanced, back foot's round at 45 degrees. The right hand goes down towards the outside of the left leg or to the floor. And then the left hand goes up to the ceiling. Breath, number one, bandhas, number two, and then we try to get the most out of these postures. Release, come back to the front of your mat, standing in Tadasana, chin tucked. Step it out, a little bit longer this time. Reach, turn the right foot, bend the knee. Take the right hand down the outside of the right leg to the floor and reach the left arm up and over. Stretch fingertips from edge of back foot, stay in that one, or wrap your left hand behind your back. Take your right hand underneath your thigh, see if you can find it. And then draw that left shoulder back up to the ceiling, open the chest and breathe. So you've got one of those, either the extended side angle or the alternative bind coming up. Turn around, tuck the right foot, turn the left, go as long as you can. Left leg, knee above ankle. And then left hand down, right hand up and over. Stretch, lift the chest, edge of the back foot to the floor. If you want a little bit more, you can wrap the right hand behind the back, take the left arm underneath the left thigh, reach for that hand or wrist, draw the chest open, look up, breathe. Find that breath in these stronger postures. Release. And then come back to the front of your mat, standing in Tadasana. Okay, we're going to step it out. Toes are in, heels are out. So let's keep the hands on the hips today, okay, for first of these wide leg stretches. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, inhale, keep hands on hips and fold it down. So hands stay on hips, not to the floor. Okay, tuck the head, breathe. Keep tucking the head in, shifting the weight through the feet, lifting the sit bones high. Mula Bandha's on, look up, inhale, Uddiyana Bandha, come up, and then release those arms, turn the palms and interlace your fingers. So remember, you can either have your palms open behind your back or press your palms together. Mula Bandha, inhale, Uddiyana Bandha, drawing in, and fold. So we are working to go into the second of these wide leg stretches, but we're now trying to open up through the chest and the shoulders. So try and direct that breath into that area as well. Focus your breathing, sound the breath in the back of your throat. Bandhas, come up. Release, come back, front of the mat. Bring your feet together. Now take your hands up your back into inverted prayer, or take your fingertips to your elbows. From that position, step your right foot out, short posture. Step the left foot out slightly so they're not in line. And then inhale, a little back bend if you want, chest lifts, pull the abs in, draw the body down, leading from the chest. Keeping the legs straight, keeping the palms pressing if you can, or fingertips to elbows. And draw that chin towards your shin. So we're strong in the legs, but we're not locking them out. We're spread through the feet. Palms are pressing if you can. Spine directly over the front thigh. Bandhas as you come up, inhale, turn around. So you take your right foot out slightly, you turn it around to 45, you square your hips. Little back bend if you want, inhale. Exhale, fold, draw the abs deep. Spread the toes, work your way down. And breathe. So you are sounding the breath in the back of your throat. Long in the spine and strong in your core as you come up on the in-breath. And release. Coming back to the front of the mat, ready for our balancing. Okay, so let's take the left hand to the hip and draw the right knee up. Okay, so let's reach for the big toe if that feels okay. Otherwise, keep holding onto your shin. Find a point to focus on. Try and extend the leg out. Draw the belly in. Lift the leg higher. Draw the knee to the nose, nose to knee, and then draw the leg out to the side. Either in flexion or extension. Next challenge, look over the opposite shoulder. Breathe. Come back to the center. Lift a little higher. Maybe you can reach for your foot before you hold that leg out as high and as strong as you can. Hands on hips. Keep the leg lifted and then return. Right hand on hip, left knee's coming up. Standing tall. Find a point to focus on, maybe reach for big toes, maybe extend to big toe balancing posture. If you're there, drawing that leg back into the hip socket, standing leg strong. Try lifting a little higher, knee and nose. Draw the leg out to the side. Stand nice and tall. Try to keep that hand on your hip if you can. Look over the right shoulder if it's happening today. Come back to the center. Lift a little higher. Knee and nose, maybe wrapping the hand around the foot. And then that way, as you take the hands off the foot to the hips, the foot leg's going to be as high as you can. Breathe. Breathe into the ribs and to the floor. Good stuff. Before we go to standing half bound, let's take the foot to the inside of the left thigh and press the foot into the leg. And the standing leg, strong, pressing into the right foot. If you can release the hands, do so, and you could reach up to the ceiling. If not, hold on to foot. So gaze is down and forwards. Standing leg is strong. Palms are pressing. And then releasing. And then let's try the left leg. Draw that heel up as high as you can in towards the right thigh. Press the right thigh into the left foot into the right thigh. If you've got that balance, try reaching the hands up. Bandhas on, standing leg strong. Breathe. Press palms and release. Okay, great. So we'll try our standing half bound lotus now. So draw the knee up, right knee up to that deep hip flexion. Find your balance, get hold of that right foot, and now try drawing the foot up to the crease of the left hip. Wrap the right arm behind your back and see if you can bind with this left arm, or maybe you can go further. Or maybe you're working down to your foot. If you've got hold of your foot, release the left hand off the foot and raise it up to the ceiling. Folding maybe from there as well. Gaze is down and forward, standing leg is strong. Breath is guiding you all the way. Don't stress your knee. Open your hips, listen to your body. Okay, let's try the other leg. Last of our standing balancing postures. So the left leg comes up, we take that foot, we draw the left foot up towards the crease of the right hip. Wrapping the left arm behind. Gaze is down and forwards, bind with your right arm if you can, further down if you can, maybe to the foot if you can. Release the right hand from the foot if you've got the foot with the left hand, folding if you can. Breath is there. Standing leg is strong. Mula Bandha root lock is on. Abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha is on. Sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then you release it. All right, nice one. Okay, let's come back to the front of your mat. Standing in Tadasana. Together, inhale. Big stretch to the ceiling. Roll the abdominals in as you fold Uttanasana. Tuck your head in, inhale, look up, lift your chest, flatten your hands. You can step or you can jump. Come down, Chaturanga, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest into your back bend. And then push back down, dog. Look to the front of your mat. And then bring your feet to your hands, bending your knees. Utkatasana, fierce warrior, reach up. Draw the belly in, sink the tailbone down, the heels down, reach the fingers, but drop the shoulder blades down the back. Engage strongly through your bandhas, especially abdominal lock here. Stay with your breath, and on the next in-breath, stand up. And then exhale, fold. Tuck the head. Look up, inhale, flatten those hands, stepping or jumping. Come down, Chaturanga, elbows to ribs, in breath up though. Chest lift, shoulders roll back into down. So pivot the left and step the right. And let's come up to warrior one. Reach it up. Draw the arms back. Maybe look up. If you want something else, take the hands and wrap them behind your back and interlace your fingers. And then send the weight forwards on the right leg and try lifting the left leg off the floor. And stretching the arms away as you hinge from the hips. Breathe. Come back down. Turn around. Bring the hands up to Virabhadrasana 1. Hips are square. Breathe. And if you want something else again, you can wrap the hands. If not, stay in your warrior 1. And lift the back leg. Hinge from the hips. Reach the arms away. Open the chest. Lift the back leg. Work with your breath. Come back down. And then split those arms apart. Get the heels in line. Maybe go a little longer. Find your warrior 2. So drop the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the neck long. Check your front knees not getting pushed in. So draw it out. Turn the left palm up and reach it up to the ceiling. Take the right hand down and either gaze up to the outstretched hand or look to the back foot. Breathe. Come back, warrior 2. Tuck that left foot. Turn the right. Sink down. Drop down into your warrior 2. Open the chest. Drop the shoulders down the back. Stretch the fingers. Back leg strong. Mula bandhas on. Uddiyana bandhas on. Turn the right hand up. Reach. Lift. Breathe. Look up or look back. Come back, warrior 2. And then bring those hands to the floor. High plank to low plank. Exhale. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale down. Draw the belly in. And then with a lightness in the body, bring your feet to your hands. And come to the floor. And let's sit down in Dandasana. Push the heels away. Draw the toes towards. Keep the thighs on. Keep the neck low. Breathe into your ribs. Take an in breath as you reach those arms up. And then fold down. Reach as long as you can to your legs or your feet. Staying with your breath. And draw that chest forward and down. Wrapping hands around feet if you can make it, otherwise to toes or to ankles or shins. Don't forget bandhas. Roll your belly in. Send the tailbone away. Breathe into ribs. Come up. Now we're going to track the hands behind. We're going to straight into the next seated posture. Purvatonasana, that reverse plank. So lift the hips, stretch the toes, take the head back, breathe. If it's too much for the legs long, bend your knees to tabletop. Sound that breath in the back of your throat. And then come down. You could do a vinyasa here. You could sit in Dandasana as I am. Or if you want to, you can always lift the hips up and off the floor. Okay. From here, let's take your left foot. Draw that heel up towards the crease of your left hip. So seated half by lotus now. So find that position and take your right hand and wrap it behind your back and see if you can bind with your left arm, or if you're more flexible, you can reach that right arm, right hand to your foot. Square up through your hips, don't stress the knees. Draw the chest forwards and down if you can. Breathe. Sound that breath in the back of your throat. And release. So from here, you could do a vinyasa. You could sit in Dandasana. You could join me in reverse plank, or you could do that L-sit where you lift the hips up and off the floor. In reverse plank, we are opening up through the front of the body, Stretching toes to the floor, crown of the head away. Come back down. So we're trying the other side. Right leg stays long for seated half bound. And we take the left foot up. Then if you're not liking this, on your knees, ankles, whatever it is, then you back off and you maybe take the foot to the inside of the thigh. Take the left hand, wrap it behind your back. See if you can bind with this right arm. Or maybe further, round to your foot. Stay with that breath, sounding that breath in the back of your throat as you maybe try to fold as well, to deepen that hip opener. Don't stress the knees. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. And release. So take it into your connecting posture. That could be a vinyasa, or sitting and breathing, reverse plank, or that L-sit position. And come back down to the floor. We'll take the left foot long. And we're going to draw the right heel in towards that right sit bone. But make sure you've got a palm's distance between your foot and your thigh as you reach your right arm long on the in-breath. And now wrap around. See if you can reach for the hand or the wrist of the other arm. And then press against your shin to try and square up so that that left shoulder's coming round. And then you're trying to draw your chest forward. Breath is there all the way. Draw the chest forwards and down. Breathe. Release. We're going to take it straight to the other side with the left foot coming in. Okay. Sit tall. Reach with the left arm. Wrap it around and see if you can bind with your hand or your wrist, or maybe that's not happening yet and you're working towards it. You can always have like a belt next to you and you're trying to, you hold onto the belt with either hand and you try to work your way towards getting the spine. Obviously, if we were in class then and I saw that that's something that you're working towards, I'd be yanking you into position, obviously with great respect and dignity. Okay, breathe, draw the chest forwards. Release. You can take it into your connecting posture. We can sit and lift the hips, pushing the floor away. Mula Bandha's on, or you're into reverse plank or vinyasa, or you sit in dandasana. Okay, so from here, we're going to sit tall. We're going to get this right foot. We're going to draw over the left thigh. Okay? So, I'm going to try and draw this right foot up as tight as you can on the floor flat, and then you can hug that leg. I always find that that gives me already quite a good old stretch on that outside of the glutes there on that right leg. Stay there or wrap your left heel up towards, now hug your right leg again with your left arm and twist round. Okay, and breathe, draw the chest round. Maybe you can wrap this arm underneath the right leg, take the right hand and see if you can find that twist, that balance, that reach. Breath always, finding your way. And release. Let's just go straight to the side. So the right leg stays long this time. And the left foot comes over. And we hug that left leg with the right arm. Sit tall, pull the belly in. Take the right heel if you want, up. Hug and twist to the left now, get the chest round. And if you're going further, you're trying to wrap the right arm under maybe the left knee, left hand behind. See if you can find to draw the chest round. Breathe into ribs. Release, take it into your connecting posture. Vinyasa, Dandasana, reverse plank, any of these. Okay, so from here, stretch those legs out nice and wide as you can. Okay, and sit tall. Send the heels away. And then from there, reach your first two fingers to your big toes. That's not happening yet, then to ankles or shins. Take an in breath to lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Breathe. Draw the nose forwards, the chest forwards. Pull on toes, press into fingers, or you're holding on to your shins or ankles. So keep hold of those, either toes or shins or ankles, and bring the heels in. Find your sit bone and lift your feet off the floor. Pull your belly in, lift your chest. Try extending the legs from here. Okay. We're trying to find that balance. Breathing. Pull the abdominals in. Lift the chest. Breathe. So we're not going to do any rolling back today. We're going to try, if we can, is to bring those legs together, staying in balance. And we try to draw the nose, the knees towards one another. Breathe. We try to come back with the legs wide. And now it's all about getting to the floor without crashing the heels. So the only way that I can master this is to take my hands behind my knees and come down. Maybe you can do it, but don't crash your heels, fold down again. And then draw the heels in and take hold of your feet. And draw the heels tight in as you can towards your groin. And then take your thumbs and open up your feet, okay? The soles of your feet. And use your elbows to press down on the inside of your thighs. And then maybe draw your chest down. And breathe. Stay with that breath. And then cross those legs. Step or jump, roll over, whichever comes through. Do your vinyasa. Okay, so we're going to come down to the floor. Hug the knees into the chest. And we're going to bring the heels tight into sit bones. Toes slightly inverted, heel up. So you're going to lift up now to your back bend. So we can either wrap hands around ankles or interlace your fingers or hands side the head. And you're pushing up to whichever back bend you want to do. Come back down. Hug your knees in. Imprint your spine. And then get ready to go again. So heels tight. Lift the hips. Squeeze the inner thigh. So keep that power going in the pelvis. Get the shoulders under. Lift. Take it to your level. Push yourself. Breathe. Stay with your breath. And then come down. And hug the knees in. And roll up. So we need to do a counter pose for those back bends. So sit tall, pull the belly and draw the toes towards, heels away, and lift the arms up. Lift the chest, pull the abs in. Fold it down. Wrap those hands around legs or feet. And re-lengthen out through your lumbar spine and your thoracic spine. Breathe deep and wide into ribs. And release. Okay, so from here, the inversion we'll do today is a shoulder stand. You don't want to do shoulder stand, then you're going to do this one modified. So if you don't want to do shoulder stand, arms come out to the side, push the heels up, draw the belly in, keep the neck long, tuck in the chin. We're going to do shoulder stand, make sure you've got room behind you. Place the hands down on the floor from this position, roll up and over to plow. Take the hands to the back,
and come up. So you've got to feel at all times that the neck feels good with this. Okay, the neck should not be involved. It's the back of the head and the shoulders creating this ledge. Thighs are on. Keep that lift. Breathe. Try coming down into plow, legs long. If you can make it to the floor, try and get the nails of the feet on the floor. And if you have made it, release the hands off the back. Interlace the fingers. If not, keep the hands on the back. Breathe. From this position, try to bring the knees down. See if you can work them down to your ears. Try to press the ears closed. Breathe. Take your hands on your back again. Come to a cross-legged inversion. For you, that might be a half lotus or a full lotus. You could also take your hands to your knees if that feels okay. And push your weight. Stay with your breath. In that cross-legged position, bring those feet down behind you and reach for the legs of the feet. And closing in, breath all the way. From here, place the hands on the mat, work the fingertips away as you roll back down with the legs long, or if you can do lotus, stay in lotus. If you're in lotus, reach for your feet and then come up to the first of our counter postures for our shoulder stand. For those of us with the legs long, take your hands underneath your thighs. So you lift your hips up a bit to start with. Okay, and then rest the hips back down. Now you lift your chest, arch your spine, tuck your head, and you rest on the crown of your head. Pulling your abdominals deep in here, Uddiyana Bandha. Breath number 1. This feels enough, stay with this. Or if you can go further, release the hands, lift the legs. Reach the hands out as if you're trying to stretch them towards your toes. Pull your abdominals deep in. Keep the thighs on. And breathe. Trying to lift those feet 2 feet off the floor. And lower down with control. Tuck the chin back in. Hug the knees in. If you've got room and you're fancying a bit of action, you can do a backwards roll from here. Otherwise, roll up to the front and do a vinyasa. And then come back to sitting on the floor. Crossing those legs. So take the hands behind the back, fingertips to your elbows, and draw your chest down. Breathe. Come up and rest those arms on your thighs, thumb and forefinger. Stretch the other fingers away, tuck the chin. Draw deep in Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Find your Padmasana and breath, pranayama. So focus on that Ujjayi breath. If you want that last challenge, Palasana, take your hands to your side of your hips, lift the hips, and maybe be able to lift the feet as well. So you're pushing the floor away, and you can breathe short and sharp in and out through the nose, or you can continue that Ujjayi breath. So challenging everything, bandhas, upper body strength, flexibility. Come back down. So, you can either join me for some Shavasana for 5 minutes, or if you need to go, as we're running over time, then have a lovely one. Otherwise, we're going to lie back. Take some deep breaths in and out. And just allow the body to surrender to Shavasana, dead man's posture. So make sure you've got length in the back of your neck. Tuck the chin slightly. Maybe you're going to lie long, palms facing up and away from the body. Or maybe you're going to bend your knees, or you're going to put something under the knees. Make sure your back is released, hips released, knees, ankles, shoulders, wrists, neck, eyes resting, jaw relaxed. And then just find your breath. Whatever that breath is doing, keep drawing your attention to it. So just take a deeper breath in and out a couple of times. And start waking up the body with fingers and toes. And bring your awareness back round, walking up with the feet, hugging the knees. Imprint your spine, roll side to side. Roll over to your right side before you come back. Namaste. Nice.